Alright guys, so you're playing some NASUS top lane in the new Season 13 patch. And I'm going to teach you guys exactly on how you can play NASUS right now. In short, what you want to run is a fleet as the main keystone. You want to take Triumph, Tenacity, Last Stand. We also have Biscuits in the secondary as well as Cosmic. And the reason why we're doing it is because Biscuit provides sustain on the mana. And Cosmic allows me to reduce the spells on my some spells, which allows me in return to snowball twice as hard. I'll show you like how it works. We also have a Doran's Ring in this matchup, even though this is a poking matchup. And Sion is basically perma-poking with Qs and E's all day. We're still running Doran's Ring here because we have sustain on the passive. So let's try and get that one. Nah, it's not going to work. But yeah, early game is very simple. In the pre-level 6 of Nasus, you're not really going for massive fights. You're going to try and drop down E's sometimes. And you're going to try hitting Qs whenever you can. But the majority of the time, you're going to be farming with the Qs. And you're going to be working towards your power spike. If you're curious to what that power spike is, it's basically level 6. And the second you get like either a bunch of ability haste or you get Sheen, that's the point where Nasus becomes insanely strong. And the more stacks you get, and the more items you get, the stronger he gets. So that's typically what you can think about. One of the biggest power spikes of Nasus is the Defiant Sunder build. So the second you buy Defiant Sunder, you get insanely strong. Like that's the big turning point of pretty much any kind of matchup. If you get that item, it's pretty much done. Like, you're going to be very strong. You will outscale any kind of champion in the game. So far, we were losing some of the CS, but it's acceptable. Because in return, we don't take as much damage. We missed that one. We missed them on two. It's fine. It's perfectly acceptable if we happen to take some damage to take one of the CS. It's fine. As long as we don't take too much damage, then it should be okay. Alright, cool. Perfect. What we're going to be doing is, might not expect it, but we're going to be rushing the Lucidity Boots. So instead of going Sheen, we're just going to go for Lucidity Boots. And I'll show you why we're doing it, but first we need to farm up a little bit more. Got that CS. I want to try queuing the cannon because that one provides more stacks. Need to get it. He's probably going to try and Q or E or whatever to try and prevent me from getting the cannon, but the best I can to get it. There you go. Still have 2 biscuits. That's good. Yeah, we still missed that one. We're going to lose some of the CS here. Don't really have much of a choice. Yeah, we lost that one too. I couldn't do it. I would lose one either way. Hey, Spying Toaster, thank you for gifting us sub, man. Thank you, Spying Toaster. You know, whatever Sion's doing here is actually insanely good for me, because it allows me to get stacks very easily, although it does give him the stack on the rune. It's fine. Unfortunately, like, this is just part of the matchup. I think we can probably kill him here because we got a Lee Sin. He has no ward as far as I'm concerned. I haven't seen him using it. This is an opportunity he should take, to be honest, but he's not taking it. Okay. We take the cannon, and then we're pretty much out. I have no idea what this guy's doing. But that's going to be a free kill. Wait. Thank you. The fun thing about NASUS is that a lot of people tend to get very, very tilted if NASUS doesn't go down. You see this happen quite a bit, actually. People cannot accept NASUS staying alive. There's a lot of people who can't do it. You'll see things like this happen more and more as you progress in the game with NASUS. People know in the back of their minds, like, oh, there's a NASUS, I need to kill him. If I don't, I get tilted. That's usually what people think. They need to kill NASUS. That's literally what they want the entire game straight. Let's go back here. Let's go Lucidity Boots. We are going to go for a... We could go for a Sheen right now, but I'm not going to do it yet. Like I said before, I want to try and get as many stacks as possible. If you rush Lucidity Boots, then you go for Warhammer as well as Kindle Gem, you're going to have way more stacks at 20 men. You're going to scale twice as fast. Yo, this guy's taking damage, bro. I'll take these. I win these fights. If Sion gets really low, then he's never going to be able to trade me anymore, so whatever he's doing here is pretty good for me. We can continue stacking. I'm not scared about Jax at all, because I saw him before. Staying outside of auto range. We still have one pod remaining. I'll see if I can get some more autos up on the wave itself so I can continue to sustain up. We got 123 stacks so far. Let's get an all in off. There you go. To be honest, this matchup is also insanely good for NASUS. Sion does not have any damage to bring a NASUS down because we have my passive which perma heals me all the time. And not only that, but we also get to outscale Sion insanely hard. Like one item in and he will never win anymore. So yeah. This matchup is really good. It's one of the best matchups you can play out. The only thing that is a problem is the fact that he can poke all day. But that's easily fixable if you go D-shield or you just use your passive correctly and you don't take too much damage. That's what I'm doing at the moment. It's doing its job pretty well. It's perfectly acceptable if you take damage, because he just doesn't have the damage to kill you. Oh, it's gonna all in here. Alright, we're respecting him. Probably what Sion is going to end up doing is pushing this in so he can get a plate. I'll see if I can try and prevent it. Might not be able to, because this is how Sion works. Nice try. Okay. I don't want to use my W because it costs like a bunch of mana. Let's get back. Now we shove. So Sion players, their strategy is to get plates on you, because that's why they're going demolish, and that's why they're like pushing with the Qs all day, because that's what the strategy is all about. They want to try and get as many plates as possible. That's going to push them ahead. But if every time that Sion is going to go for a plate and you're playing NASUS, you can literally all in with your ultimate and you can kill him super easily. Because if he does that, he will get into tower range. The tower will hit him if he tries to poke. If he doesn't, you can just run down with your ultimate. And that's the beauty about the matchup. Let's go for one plate here. And now we're going to be backing off. I'm specifically looking to go for a Warhammer and then also building Sheen. There you go. And now we're ready. I never encourage you guys to stay in base until your mana is completely full, because it does take a lot of time to bring up your mana again, but What I always do is, like, depending on the champ, of course, you just want to run back to lane after you have like 70% mana. Like, this way you're saving some time. Let's shove this. We now have 240 stacks, 11 minutes in. This is pretty much how NASUS players, like really good NASUS players, how they get so many stacks, right? You see like always a big difference in NASUS players. It's either a NASUS that has no stacks at all, or it's a NASUS player that has a ton of stacks. This is pretty much the way how they do it. This is how they get a ton of stacks. We're literally 12 minutes in the game, and we nearly have 300 stacks already. And we haven't even tried that hard to get those stacks at all. You know, we're just buying the proper items. That's it. You know, it all depends on your items that you're buying. If you rush Sheen, you're obviously going to have less stacks, right? Because you have less ability haste. Makes sense, right? Now, of course, like, the matchup itself, it also, you know, it matters, right? We're into an easy matchup here. Rampage. But in general, it's the items you buy which allows you to get this many stacks, right? Because Lucidity Boots provide 20, Killer Chimp provides another 10, Warhammer provides another 10. You have like 40 ability haste within seconds. You know, that's how we got all these stacks so quickly. Let's shove this out. Now we're going to start perma-stacking because we have my item. My Q is super low cooldown. If Sion walks in, we will directly all in. We also got TP up, so within like 1 minute, we can TP across the map, you know, helping out my teammates as well. So at this point, it's just a matter of perma-stacking. When a teamfight appears, I'll make a play. But that's pretty much the plan here. I will not use my W if it's not needed, because my W costs a bunch of mana. It costs like 80 mana, so I'm obviously not spamming it. Because otherwise I run out of mana too quickly, which is not good. Like, you can Q 4 times in a row, and that will cost the same mana as your W. So if you don't use your W once, you can literally Q 4 times. That's like how much the W costs with mana. I'm not gonna do it. I was thinking about doing it, but I'm not doing it. If you can, also bring down like a couple auto attacks on the wave because of the healing. Always important to have. He's probably going to press W. Yeah. Can't really do it. I knew he was going to press R and W. That's why I couldn't go in. He was trying it. I was just preventing him. He's going to go back now, which is perfectly fine. It's got TP. I have my own TP, but I'm not going to use it for the lane anymore. I'll keep it for my teammates. Let's go up here. Now we're going to buy another Kindle Gem. We're going to be buying the Spirit Visage, Frozen Heart. These items both provide ability haste. That's why we're building it. Also makes you more tanky. Let's go back. We're obviously not using TP because there's no reason to do it. I don't care if he gets damage on my turret, because the plates are gone. And my TP allows me to, you know, roam across the map and get a play off. You know, as long as your TP is up on Nasus, you can do whatever you want on the side lanes. You can perma-stack if you want to. Because as long as a teamfight does not appear, and you keep stacking and stacking and stacking on the side lanes, and you keep going for 1v1s, you're going to get stronger and stronger and stronger every second, right? And the second that a teamfight shows up and you TP, that's when you make the play, right? If your TP is down, you're not going to be stacking on the side lanes like we're doing now. We're going to be them making plays across the map without TP. But if your TP is up, you can go on the side lanes. You can just 1v1 anyone. You can do whatever you like. That's the thing about Nasus. Look at this. This guy has no damage anymore. You see that? I heal faster than he does damage. So I'm perfectly fine with him taking damage on me here. 400 stacks. You know, 16 minutes in the game. Pretty good.
An enemy has been slain.
And there you go. We'll let him do his thing. Mid lane's going well, so we don't have to TP. Let's see if we can grab a blue buff here. Drag it a little bit. Now we get back. Nasus is like the perfect champion if you wanna have, if you're looking for like a champ that scales, but also, you know, can carry the mid game super easily. In fact, you can win the early game with Nasus too, very easily. But it depends. Again, it depends on the matchup entirely. Again, I'm not really looking for trades. I'm just stacking up because it makes me way stronger if I get these. I don't care about killing Sion. It's going to take decades if I want to kill him now. Because he's going tank. Okay. I have blue buff, so I'm using W here. Seems like I'm getting ajaxed. I don't know what this guy's doing, but I'll wreck him if he goes in. Jax is still up here. I'm about to get 1v2'd. I have Lee Sin coming. He's on the way. Always try and get auto attacks in while pressing Qs. Unless you need to run quickly. Like if your opponent is super fast and you know he's got flash, you can walk forward and not auto attack and you'll get in range. But in most cases, you can just drop down auto attacks as you Q. Because it just does more damage as well. You have the damage from the auto attacks as well. It does quite a bit. And you have the healing, of course. Now we got 2.5k gold. Nice. 567 stacks at 20 minutes in the game. Well, 19 minutes in the game, actually. Wow, I cannot believe that actually hit. Alright, now we're going to run, because I don't care about these guys. I can fight them 1v2. I think I can. I was going to get really close to Zyra and kill her. I think if I killed Zyra and I got in range, Sion would have not done any damage. I could have easily like ran over him with my Qs. I had nothing to fight Zyra though. I didn't have Ghost. I kind of hoped I could slow her and then chase her down. And just Qs on the wave so I could keep healing up. I wasn't in that position to do it. Well, since my teammates are winning really hard, I think what we can do, easy solution in this game, we can literally TP mid. I'm not even kidding. We can just TP mid or just run mid and we can probably just try and finish. We can go this way. Let's try something out. I'm going to experiment right here. A little bit. There will be a massive team fight. Because they're down here. Got him. Jax obviously doesn't do anything. Because I'm way too strong. Let's grab this thing real quick. Well, they fight Jax. If she wants to be safe, she's gonna have to run up to me. Let's grab this. Enemy team is just giving up at this point. These guys are losing too hard. I don't think they care anymore. Obviously, this game is over because good luck killing a Nasus at this point. I'm way too strong. Sign doesn't really do much. Got him. I'm getting wrecked the same way again. Yeah. Got wrecked the same way, bro. Okay. Next thing, we can go for Thornmill. Honestly, Thornmill's pretty good here because we counter Draven and pretty much anyone else except Zyra, of course. But since this is such a good game anyway, we can just go and rush Deadman's Plate because then we get movement speed and we can run up to Draven much easier. We're going to build this next. And then after Deadman's Plate, probably Stone... Oh, they go for a surrender. Okay. Hey, either way, this is Nessus Top. Thanks so much for watching today's YouTube vid. And I'll see you next time. Peace.